Welcome you all for this session. In this session, we discuss about how to draw the knuckle joint. In this sheet, you are going to see the details of knuckle joint. So, whereas knuckle joint is used to join the two different rods to transfer the energy from one shaft to the another shaft. So, these are the two rods where it is connected. Okay, and the parts are number one fork, number two eye, number three pin, number four collar, number five taper, and this is called as fork end for knuckle joint. This is called as eye end, and this is pin, and this is collar, and this will be the taper pin. So all the sketches in this sheet will be given in the two views. One is front view, another one is top view. So in both the views, they have mentioned the dimension for this particular different parts. Okay, so we talk about the first part. We draw the first part with respect to the dimension of 25. Okay, they have taken the shaft dimension as 25. Here you can see the dimension given for the shaft is 25. With respect to this value 25, you need to calculate all other unknown dimensions. Okay, so initially these are all unknown dimension. With respect to this 25, it has been calculated. For example, so this distance, axis distance and up to the end of the rod, it is 125. So 25, here it is 125. So it is given as 5 times of D. So D will be the diameter of the shaft, and 5 into D, 5 into 25, it will be 125. Like that, all the values are calculated. So to draw this knuckle joint, you have to keep in memory what are all the dimensions it is given in the knuckle joint. Okay, you have to keep it in memory. That is why it is called as memory drawing. So let us start how to draw this drawing. First, I will take the two vertical axes of distance 125. Okay, so let me draw, take line, and dimension should be axis line, and dimension should be 0.13. So draw initially two axis lines, and this is not axis line. Actually, I am going to change this. So this is the reference line for the shaft, and it should be continuous thin line. Okay, and the distance between this line, axis line, and this end point should be 125. So it has been changed. Next, again take line, take axis line, take 0.13. So draw an imaginary axis line again for this fork end. So this is the axis line which I have drawn now. Okay, so this is the line. So take trim option, trim this endpoint, it is not required. Next, coming to this sketch again. So what is this dimension? This dimension is of dimension of 30, and it is also dimension of 30. I'll draw two horizontal lines, two horizontal lines, and it should be 0.50 continuous thin line, and this dimension should be, if it is 30, half of that is 15. So in your sketchbook also you have to draw in this manner. Take trim option, trim this endpoint, trim this endpoint also. Next, take mirror command. So what happens in software is you can create half of the portion of this, then you can give mirror command. When you are solving in the sketchbook or a sheet or a graph sheet, you have to draw all the things. You can't able to mirror that. Okay, we have a command called as mirror, and when you mirror this above part with respect to this axis, it will mirror. So first I will start with respect to this above part. So I have drawn this 15 line, and this distance is 17.5. And from this axis, this amount of dimension is, from the top view you can see the circle diameter is 50, and from this center, axis center to here, it is 50 divided by 2, that is 25. The dimension between, okay, I'm going to draw an horizontal line, and it should be continuous thick line, and I'm going to measure this distance as from here to here, it is 25. Enter. Okay, next you have an option in trim called as extend to next. Extend this point. Next, trim, again take trim option, trim this line. Okay, it is of 25 mm dimension. Next, it is given as, in this sketch, it is 17.5 height, vertical distance. So next I am going to define this dimension as 17.5. Enter. Okay, Next, take the line, draw an imaginary line, and it should be continuous, and it should be 0.50. Draw an imaginary line. Again, I'm going for the top view. The top view is of dimension. From here to here it is 50. So next I'll take small dimension and I will mention this as dimension of 50. Enter. Okay. Next, what is the next dimension? So next again I have to cut the arc. So two arcs of radius, one is 15 inner radius and outer radius is of 30. Okay. To get this center point from this axis, I have to draw 30. I have to draw another axis line for 30 mm. So take axis line 0.13 from here. You can draw an imaginary axis line. The distance between this line and this line should be 30. Enter. So the line has shifted here. Next, I am going to take arc by center point. Select the command arc by center point. Select this continuous thin line 0.50 from this end point. What is the dimension I have said? It is of 15 mm. Sorry. It is of radius 15. Yes, radius of 15. Take arc by center point. It is continuous thin line 0.50 from here. From this end point, it is 15. Enter. Start from here and end it here. Next, again the dimension is of from the same end point. It is of 30. Enter. So again, from this vertical line, you have to draw up to this line. Next, take trim option. Trim this line and trim this line. Okay. Next, take line option. Just you extend this here, and from this end point you extend vertical line. Okay. I'll zoom this area. Next, take trim option. Trim this line. Trim this line. In your sketchbook also you have to draw in the same way which I have drawn now. Okay. Next, there are hole in this part and this hole will be mentioned by dotted lines. Okay. How to draw that dotted lines? Take line, dotted line 0.50. Somewhere here you have to draw an vertical line and the distance between these two lines are, the diameter is 25 and half of that is 12.5. Enter. It has come. Again you have to take, in the move command we have mirror command option. Select this line, mirror about this axis line. You have got another dotted line. Okay. And here the radius given for this as 24. Okay. You have an option called as fillet. Okay. You have option called as, sorry, here, fillet. Okay. Select fillet option. It is asking for click for the first element. This is the first element. Click for the second element. This is second element. And it is asking for radius here. It is of radius 24. Enter. Okay. And I have taken as dotted lines, make it as continuous thin line. Okay, fine. Next, you have to draw another horizontal line from here. Horizontal line from here. And this distance is of 25. Half of that is 12.5. Enter. Okay. So just you draw a vertical line up to here. Sorry, take line command from this endpoint, draw a vertical line. Again from here, draw a vertical line, or else you can make this. Okay, take trim option, trim this line. Make this as 0.50. Fine. Next, select through window for take mirror command. So one side is over. To produce another side, you have to select this whole sketch and you select this axis line. It will come mirror. Okay, this is the first part, and first part is called as fork end. So select through window, take move command, place it somewhere here. Okay, so I'll just shifted the sketch. Fine. So next, how to produce the second part? The first part is got over. So we have a hole here in this part and it is of dimension 50. That means circular dimension is 50 and this is the end. So how to produce this second part? So second part, front view and top view is given. In the front view we can see you can see it as a rectangle of dimension 100 plus this dimension is What is the dimension from here to here? So you can see from the top, from here to here, the overall diameter of the circular body is 50. Half of that is 25. That means from here to here it is 25. Altogether 100 plus 25, 125 of width, and height is 30. I'll directly draw a rectangle. I'll take rectangle option, continuous line 0.50. So from here I'm going to draw width of 125, enter, and height of 30, enter, angle is 0, enter. Okay. Next, so we have two axis lines. Select axis line 0.13. From this midpoint, draw an axis line. Again, we have another axis line from here to here, and that distance is of 25. Enter. Okay, it has shifted here. Next, again we have a hole here. So hole dimension is of 25. So as I did here, the same thing, 12.5. Take dotted lines 0.50. Draw an imaginary line. Take the distance between from here to here. It is 12.5. Enter. Okay. Take mirror command. Select this line, mirror about here. The first part is got over. Next, again, we have another shaft line that is of 25 mm dimension. We can take line from, draw a horizontal line, continuous 0.50. Draw an horizontal line of any dimension. Next, take the distance between from this line to this line. It should be 12.5 because it is 25. Half of that is 12.5. Take mirror command. Select this line, mirror about this line, and take line from this endpoint. You can join this endpoint. Okay, and don't bother about this. Don't bother about this fillet. If you know, you can solve, or else it will take some more time to draw this. You can skip this step. Next, how to produce the pin. And coming to this pin sketch, I'll zoom a little more. So what is this? In the front view, we can see two rectangles. One is of rectangle dimension 82 height and width is 25. From the top, you can see it is 25 mm dimension. 25 width and height is 82. Another rectangle is of dimension 38 by 10. So first I'm going to take the rectangle and it should be continuous 0.50. First I'll produce a rectangle of 38 by 10. Enter. Enter. Angle will be 0. Enter. Okay. Next I am going to produce another sketch of 25 mm dimension. Enter. And height is of about 82. Enter. Okay. Angle should be 0. So next take move command. Select through window from this midpoint. Select over here. Place it over on the midpoint here. Next, draw an axis line for this also. Take axis line 0.13. From this midpoint, you can draw axis line. Now, so where it should be assembled. Okay, next, the next one is collar. Collar is of dimension. Collar is of dimension 38. This length is 38 and height is 10. Okay. Another rectangle you should draw. Take rectangle of dimension 38 by 10 again. 38, enter, 10, enter, let be 0, enter. Okay, and it should be continuous thin line. Change into format. Next, for this also you have to draw an axis line to the midpoint. Next, there is a hole in the collar part and it is of dimension 25. I'll zoom this only collar. Take line, dotted lines 0.50. Somewhere here you should draw a vertical line and this is of distance. If it is 25, half of that is 12.5. Enter. Okay, take mirror command. Select this and select this axis. You got this. Next, go to fit command. Next, another part is called as taper pin, and taper pin is of about 44 mm dimension and it is of 65 and it is taper of 1:50. Okay, 1:50. 50. And how to draw this pin? how to draw this pin with respect to taper of 1:50. So just calculate 50 divided by 44. So as I explained in the class, how to convert that ratio. If you calculate 44 divided by 50, you'll get 0.88. So for every 50 mm, it should be 0.88. So just I'll show how to draw this axis line, and it should be 0.13. Take line, take continuous thin line 0.50, draw a vertical line, and distance between this point to this end point should be 6.5 divided by 2, half of that. Okay, again here also, and taking this smart dimension is 6.5. Okay, here 0.8 plus 0.8, draw a horizontal line for 44 mm. Again here, then join this. Let's zoom this area. Take a line, and from here you should count 0.88, what I have calculated, 0.8 mm length below. Then you have to join here. Again do the same thing, or else take mirror command, select this window. Next take trim option, trim this end point. So now we get this taper pin. Okay, and now you can join this by taking move command. So select through window, select this midpoint and place it over this end point. Okay, so better to trim this. You can get the end point here now. So select through window. Before that, you please keep this somewhere here. Sorry. Move command. Select through window. Select this endpoint and place it over along this endpoint. Okay. Next, take this move command. Select through window. Select this midpoint. Place it over here on this midpoint. So select through window all these sketch. So at the center you can place it here. Next take this collar part. Select this base midpoint and place it exactly along this line. Sorry, somewhere I have selected midpoint, midpoint on this. Again, do the same thing. Select this midpoint over here. Okay, let's trim this end part. Now we can take move command, select through window, axis midpoint, and along this. If you place this, so this is about a knuckle joint, and you have to show which are all the solid part. Okay, just you draw two horizontal lines here, sorry, two vertical lines. Take line, here also you should draw a vertical line. Next take fill option. In this fill option angle should be 45, remain that. So this is the fork part, and for this one eye part you should give angle as 145 degree, fill it here. So now you can see the difference here. So this hatching line is 45 degree, this hatching line is 145 degree. That means this fork end is different from this eye end. In the sense, these two are different parts which is joined or assembled together. Okay. So this is how to produce the knuckle joint, and this is called as okay. This is called as M is actually It is taking as mute. Okay, so this is actually called as assembled view of knuckle joint. Okay, thank you. So in the sketchbook also you have to follow the same thing, but there you can't get the mirror command option. So with respect to the drawing instruments, you have to draw again the below part also. Thank you.